We're going to start today with a stool, and your water should be over on the side somewhere. Thank you for coming. Today we are at CCSF in San Francisco, and this is Judy's Mind Body. We begin with about 6 warm-ups here from Qigong. The first one is triple burner. We're inhaling at the belly, rib cage, upper chest, and bringing the energy over the crown of the head here, and exhaling down. Feel the spaciousness, your feet solidly on the floor, and the length of your spine. Imagine there's a silver thread at the end of your skull up here that's lifting up your head all the way to the sky. And then even as you exhale down, it's still with you. A connection from the crown of the head and back through the cervical spine of the neck, the thoracic spine, upper spine of the back and the front chest, and the abdomen here. 3 areas, basic areas that Qigong addresses: the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. And the most important, number 1, is at the abdomen, and that's called the Dantian. Then we have a middle Dantian at the heart and lungs, and at the top we have the head. Your brain, your eyes, your vision, your sense of smell, your sense of thought is all up there. So this is really important. We connect them all through triple burner. And now next we'll come to the next one of our Qigong moves, and this is Buddha picks up the earth. This time you lengthen up the fingers as if they're also on strings all the way up with the crown of your head. And you exhale down and out. Come through the center on the inhale, central meridian. Turn the palms over and exhale out, sending the earth into the sky. Buddha picks up the earth. 2 more of those. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale start here. At this point, you may begin to feel the Qigong breath, which starts at the belly. As you exhale out here, you're pushing up the earth, and it's a very long exhale all the way down to your Dantian here, right here. 1 more, up. Breathe in through a straw, feel your breath, and exhale out even higher than you did before, sending the earth up from above your highest Dantian. And our third process here for Qigong will be to bring your right leg out to the side, bend it, inhale up here with a string pulled from your thumb and your forefinger. Exhale down, flattening the spine with the hand, and then come back up on your inhale and slowly on your exhale. And this time watch as everything goes. Let the eyes roll up on the inhale and roll down on the exhale, following the pattern of the hand as it moves across your wall and down. And on the other side, take it all the way up to the ceiling and sink it down. And 1 more. This not only prepares the body to move, but it also gets us into the basic ideas of our practice of T'ai Chi Chih, which is it's based on Qigong. It's based on the simplicity of movement and feeling it. And it's also ultimately based on the breath. So inhaling up, exhaling down. And one last one over here. Inhaling up, use the nostrils and open the belly and release the jaw. And then you will begin to find the Qigong breath. We'll come back to center here, bring the feet in. And we're going to come up to our next moves. Bring your hands to the edge of your stool. You're going to fold forward from the hips, flat back, and then roll up, coming to standing and removing your stool. So we're going to do standing practice next. And we'll start our next move, which will be part of the Qigong warm-up. All right. So we've done triple burner. Buddha picks up the earth. The accordion is next. Let's expand the ribs on the inhale here. And contract them, moving back. And as you expand the ribs, feel what's happening with that expansion. It's a very widening effect of the body. And the contraction contracts all the ribs so that you're not making as much space there. But feel that length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. And this time, think to yourself without saying this aloud. I am inhaling. I'm taking in air. I am exhaling. I am letting it go. If you make that sentence really long for yourself inside the body, it will slow you down. And that's the purpose of the accordion. Beautiful. We'll sink that through the earth. Double ground it. Yes, it's really just a Qigong move, but very important to slow ourselves down. And we're going to next come to the owl and the fountain. So bringing your palms forward, lengthen through the spine, and turn your head slowly to your right on the inhale so that the chin is basically very close to the shoulder and your shoulders themselves are down. You're in Tadasana or mountain pose because the palms are forward, lengthen through the spine, and breathe there. Slow it down. Inhale, center. Exhale here. Inhale to the other side for the owl. And inhale back to the center. Now we're going to carry a bowl across, and this is basically a spinal twist. So find your opening of the legs here, your rider on horse position. And inhale that bowl over slowly to your right on the inhale. And you're going to twist from the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, lengthening through the spine. And then coming back to center, you'll inhale. And the twist is on the exhale, but the lengthening of the body is on the inhale. So take your time to inhale and exhale when you're there. Come back to center again. And one more to your right. And now take it all the way across to the left. As if you don't want anything to spill out of that bowl. And yet you want to completely feel that you've twisted the spine. What that does is that connects to all the nerves off the spine and leads us again to relaxation response. Coming back to center. Let's take an inhale slowly all the way up and exhale it down very slowly again. You can see that we've begun to connect our breath quite well now. Let's shake it out all over. You're going to start this Qigong move by bouncing through the whole body, essentially releasing any tension. And then we come to our Tai Chi Chuan related warm-up circles. First, head and neck, we've sort of done a little bit. We're going to go right to the shoulders, forward, back, up and down. And then back, up, forward and down. Inhale, and then exhale forward. And feel the rolling of your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, and their connection to the body. And one more now. We'll come forward, up, back and down. Now feel the shoulder blades roll down the back on your exhale. Good. And then very importantly, we'll go back to picking up a feather and letting it go standing so that we feel the extension of that opposite leg and the heel lifting there. Coming back down, let that go. And then you're going to weight shift to the opposite side. Lift that feather on the inhale. Let it go slowly on the exhale. Picking up a feather and letting it go. Remembering that we're working in slowness, continuity, circularity, and moving from the center. And one more over here. Beautiful. Okay, from there, we'll just go into knocking at the gates. And we've used our spinal twist from yoga to now come to a very basic Qigong warm-up, which is tapping at the buttocks and back. So you'll need to release your heels on this. And then bringing it up a little bit underneath the breasts here to tap the kidney area. Release the heels, don't forget. You want knees, ankles, and hips to be together as you move. So that lifting the heel helps. And then bring it up to tap the lung area here. The lung points are really important. That stimulates the heart and lungs. And then up towards your shoulders, if we can reach them. And anything that doesn't feel good, please modify. We're going to now go down the body, doing some tapping. We'll start here at the chest today. There's no basic system in tapping. Many people do it differently. So now we'll come up to the shoulders and back here. And once again, right here, tapping the breastbone, since that's a very important point of the heart and lungs here. And also for the voice, tapping that is good. And then tapping back here, backs of your shoulders. Any place where you feel any tension, for example, right here, you might want to massage, because when we get nervous, that's apt to be a place that we need to take care of. And then we're going to come down the top of the arm here on your right, tapping the hand, coming back up the hand and through the whole inside arm here, and back down the outside and inside. So for example, we do a move later, which is called the heart protector move. You're basically doing something like this. It's coming right over that area that you also need to massage. Okay, and we'll tap down this arm and then we'll massage it. Outside and inside. One more outside, one more inside, and then massage. And your heart protector move is the one that comes through this area, the inside of the arm. So when you do this, that would be your right hand with the heart protector move. When you do this, it's your left hand. It's coming over. Yeah, it's really a beautiful move. Okay, let's see. We did knocking at the gates. I want to do the hip circles here. Forward to your right, back to your left. And feel the whole body in the terms of the hip area, moving forward, side, back, side, forward. And lengthen through the spine if you can so that this doesn't hurt the lower back, or modify it for yourself. Then we'll come back forward here and we'll go to the right, left and around. Forward with the abdomen, left, back, side. You can also hold on to your tummy if you like, however you want to do this. But that's really good for the connection between the low back and the hips. All right, now we bring the knees together. We fold forward from the hips, flat back. We take hold of the knees and we circle to your right and around to the left. And see if you can hit all those 4 points again. The forward, side, back, side aspects of this. And then take the circle the opposite way. So forward to your left, back, and around. So it may seem like it's the same circle, and it is, but we usually think of circles as clockwise and then counterclockwise. So for you and me, it's going to be different because I'm mirroring you. You're going to bring the hands down the shins here, touch your ankles, come back up slowly, inhaling. Open the palms. Inhale here, and we're going to move right to the fountain. Inhale, fold forward, flat back from the hips, release down on the exhale. Backs of the palms together, inhale up slowly. You want to feel that as a very slow sequence. So folding forward from the hips with a flat back on the exhale. Inhale, and then exhale down. Or you can put it all together. But you basically want to make sure that the fingers drop beyond your toes so that you have space for this. So folding forward from the hips with a flat back is first, and then rounding. And one more. That's called the fountain. And we do it extremely slowly. And we'll now release again. Shake it out this last time here. And we're beginning our Tai Chi Chih in a moment. 19 movements and one pose. This work was done in the 60s and 70s. And the first book came out in 1974 from Albuquerque, New Mexico. The work was the initial teaching that came from Wen Shan Wang, who was at the American Chinese Cultural Center, probably in LA at that time, but he was all over the world. And Justin brought this forth before the China opened, before the 80s. And Qigong has been, especially in the last few years, 10 years, it's become a big thing for people. So we know now that the roots of Tai Chi Chih are Qigong. Just a little fact, but I think it's important to honor our roots. And this Tai Chi Chih has 19 moves in one pose, has about 100 weight shifts, most of them forward, back. You also come forward to the foot and up. So sinking here in the center and then rising. So that's what our first move will be. It's 4 shifts. It is forward to the ball of the foot, back to the center, to the heels, just like a rocking chair. There's a little dip in the middle. So sinking and rising, a very important part of Qigong practice. So we'll honor that today. And the breath from the Dantian here, low Dantian. Rocking motion. Justin Stone's 19 movements and one pose begins with a warm-up. That is a 4-part weight shift. meant to be done slowly with the breath from the Dantian here, your energy sea or ocean. You inhale, expanding here, and exhale to contract back towards the Ming Men, the low spine. So feel that also. The movement can be done 9, 27, 36 times. It's up to the practitioner. I choose to go beyond 9. And we'll sink it through the earth. Grounding on balls of energy. Our next move is another interesting weight shift. This move starts with our feet in a V, like a bird on the edge of a branch. It's called bird flaps its wings. And as you drop down forward, just placing your thumbs right here on your hip bones for a moment, you're dropping into this part of the branch with the bird is on, that's you, and the heels come up, but you're dropping forward towards the toes. You inhale to lengthen through the spine and sink again, coming to the balls of the feet. It's really for balance here. It's very slow. And on the third one, you'll do the same thing by adding a wrist circle at the end, a forward wrist circle, just one flap here, because the mother's over there trying to teach you how to fly. So you don't fly very far the first time. You might fall off the branch. All right. Bird flaps its wings, feet in a V. Release the heels. Third one wrist circle forward. Second cycle of 3. Last cycle of 3. Inhale back slowly. That was a 3 times 3 move. The number 9 is very important in Chinese numerology and honored throughout this practice. Double ground it. Our next move is a forward back shift. We're going to first do our side to side shift to prepare it, because you move into the right leg to make it solid over here before you bring the left forward. Once we've done that, this leg is yang, the other is yin, and we drop that heel forward. Straight leg in front, bent leg in back. When you move forward, you'll glide through the center, and this is a round the platter move. Circularity, obviously. A long inhale here and a long exhale back to the back foot. You might want to start by using a funnel breath because a lot of people don't feel I am inhaling here. I am exhaling there. Saying that to yourself will help slow you down so that you have a very slow circle moving with your weight shift around the platter in chest high water. Last one on your left side. We've reached 9. I think it's interesting that we're in chest high water. We've had a lot of water lately in California and are expecting more, but we're also having these incredibly beautiful sunshiny days. So it's all yin and yang. Bringing your right foot forward now, you've shifted into your left around the platter in chest high water. Inhaling here, exhaling around to the other side. Letting the back of the skull be held from the ceiling by a silver thread. That literally makes you feel like you're being held from a string from above all the way down through your whole spine. So it's a great image. Two more. Beautiful. Bring that foot in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And since we've reached the right side, to double ground it. Our next move is around the platter variation, shifting the weight towards the right. Release the left, just your left heel, straight leg in front. Picking up a ball of energy, inhale that ball. It'll be a circle within a circle this time. You can see how circularity is honored in this particular move. 2 circles. This tiny little ball and this bigger circle that you're releasing it on the exhale here. And all the way around, that energy moves into the back foot. Three more. Beautiful. I can see you're feeling the weight of this over your leg. That ball's being carried, and then to the other leg. One more. Bring in that leg that you were over just then. Inhale, single grounding between sides here. That was your left side. Now you shift towards your left side into the substantial leg. Release your right heel around the platter variation. Gliding back away from me and inhaling forward with that glide. 3 more. Feel the connection to the circle here as we release the palms and drop back. Feel the inhale at the abdomen and through the nostrils. And one last one just to feel the slowness. Beautiful. Bring that leg back in. Inhale to release. And double ground it. Carry the ball to the side is said to have come to a graceful conclusion. And we move now into bass drum. So shifting to the right here, your drum is going to be outside your breast. So it will be looking like this. Right out here. It will drop down, inhale forward, and exhale back. And feel the shoulders here. If we can, we need to lengthen up so that we don't drop the chest. And even without moving the legs, you can feel the power of this. The way the chi is beginning to flow outside of the entire upper body. The elbows pull back. And there's polarity between the palms when they face each other like this. Beautiful. All right, now we'll add the weight shift. Dropping down, shifting towards your right, bring the left foot forward, bass drum. Make sure the spine is long and connected to your shift. Moving from the center is a big one on this one. The center being the central meridian, the crown of the head, the low spine, and right now that connection to the front foot here. We'll inhale from the belly as well as the nostrils and exhale back. Expansion, contraction coming back. Start learning, we should all start learning to use our core here. So as you exhale back, use some abdominal muscle there. That will help your exhale. Beautiful, that's nice. And notice how the palms track each other. They're facing the whole way. The elbows and the hips move back together to maintain that circle you're designing. And one more of bass drum. Always at the front of the parade, the bass drum. Sink it down, shift it towards your left, release your right heel forward, straight leg without locking it. Bass drum. Inhale forward, exhale back. Back foot is 45-degree angle to the front, so another thing to think about. If you need to move a leg to shorten your weight shift, you just wait till you get the one leg straight, and then you can shift into the other leg and just subtly move it. So I'm going to move it back a little bit. As soon as it straightens, it's easy to move. That's the yin leg. It has those qualities. It's the feminine leg. The masculine leg doesn't move. Interesting phenomenon. But both legs alternate between what they are. So there's a wonderful kind of coordination in this practice. And last one, a bass drum. Bringing that right heel back, we'll double ground bass drum. And now we move into our next two moves, which are companion moves, daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley. Daughter on the mountaintop will have the qualities of climbing mountains on both sides of you. And as you inhale up and sink the energy down, your left hand will be close to your heart. Come down the central meridian. As you inhale for your two mountains, one on each side of the valley, you will continue to bring this left hand down, even when you're on the opposite leg. Daughter on the mountaintop. One big circle intersecting, making two. Shifting towards your right, release your left. Daughter on the mountaintop. Back foot, 45-degree angle to the front. Two more. Last one. Slide that leg back. Double ground the move. Inhale and release. Mainly because we're getting more connected to our chi now. It's important to do sometimes a double grounding in the middle. Notice how the hands almost seem to be in a sleepwalking pattern as you inhale up. And they want to move so slowly down. It's as if you are sleepwalking. And now you shift towards your left to prepare your daughter on the mountaintop on the right side. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Square the hips. Now let's move into the Qigong breath a little more by releasing the jaw and feeling an inner smile muscles right there, right at your cheekbones, as we're moving solidly into the joy of movement. 19 movements and one pose, T'ai Chi Chih. Lengthen through the spine so we're not dropping forward, and feel the whole spine move together all the way to the crown of the head with a released jaw. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Draw that leg back in, double ground it. We finished the right side, and we're now going to move into our next companion move for this, daughter in the valley, which will start on top of the two mountains you just climbed up here where my fingers are wiggling. And you're going to bring your left heel forward, sink the fingers down, bring the palms together almost as you cultivate energy between them at the Legung points right here, centers of the palms. And you inhale forward. And you exhale back, looking perhaps over the tops of the mountains from a higher point. And then coming through the valley is the inhale up. Just see that. Daughter in the valley. Your left side. Feel the inhale now from your low dantian, expanding the belly. That's your energy C. And feel the energy come all the way up through your nostrils also. So that releasing the jaw makes sense at this point. And notice the view. Last one on your left side of daughter in the valley. Bring the foot back in to prepare for our right side single grounding here. Just making it slow. Shift towards your left side. Bring your palms up for the tops of the mountains and your right foot forward, just the heel. And then glide forward. Long glide and then releasing the heel and back. Long glide back on your inhale or your exhale here and releasing the toes. Inhale, releasing the heel and back. Exhale back, slowly gliding, and then your toes in front. And watch the head position. We need to make sure that we're suspended from the ceiling, from the silver thread, by the back of the skull, connecting down to the Mingmen. One more here. Daughter in the valley has now ended the two companions here of daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley. And now we have a side to side shift. So we're almost to that side already. We'll start over here. Carry the ball to the side, a sequence of 3 times 3. You inhale and release the hip over here to the side. Pick up a ball of energy. Release the left heel out here, straight leg. This is bent here. This is substantial, insubstantial. And then you're going to shift across 3 times. Each leg becomes both yin and yang as you go. When you get to the yang part, you release the yin leg and bring it in. Okay, here we go. We go 3 times 3 across and 3 times 3 back, and then 3 times 3 across. Winding up. Release the heel. Shift. Carry the ball to the side. Notice how, as you release the hands down 3 times, it's being carried by the weight shift. So there's literally this sense of letting go here, like your seagrass. Moved by an inch into the shore. Good. We've done 3 times 3 that way. Now we go back the opposite way. We wind up first. Release the heel. And one more. Good. And then I like to go back. Wind up. Release the heel out here, yin leg, yang leg with the ball over it. And then you shift that ball. It's really also called a circle within a circle because the little ball is being carried by the bigger ball. Sync, true circularity. And last one. Sink it all into the earth and prepare for our next move, which will be push-pull. So make sure you have lots of space here. Shifting towards your right to release the left. Heel comes down. Circling with the palms forward, up, and inhaling back to your heart. This one is said to be an exhale forward because you're pushing energy in a circle up and inhaling that circle back to your heart. Sometimes life takes patience, so this is a beautiful one to do. Just always return that inhale to your heart. As you give and receive energy, gratitude. Three more. Push, pull. Last one. Draw the foot back in. Inhale, descend that into the earth slowly. And we move to the opposite side, so shifting the weight towards the left to bring the right forward. Inhale first before you start your circle. Feel the palms move down and then the fingers move up. Turn the palms around to inhale back. Gliding forward and gliding back. Two more. Last one. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to ground it through the earth. Double ground it. We move next into pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe. So we'll exhale towards the right here. Bring our palms up right at the sternum area. Release the left heel. And pull the energy in a circle from the farthest star through the fingertips. A gift of the imagination, or often called a visualization, in this moving meditation. Many songs written about this, including When You Wish Upon a Star. Makes no difference where you are. Two more. Last one on your left side. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to sink it into the earth. Shift the weight over towards the left. Bring the palms up to take in that energy from the most distant star in a circle. Your right heel comes forward here. Square the hips, lengthen the spine, and begin. Pulling in the energy. Inhale forward on this one and exhale back. It's the opposite of push-pull. Most of our weight shifts are an inhale forward. This is no exception. The last one was. Last one of pulling in the energy from the most distant star in the universe. Draw in that foot and inhale to exhale. Double ground it. We finished the right side. Our next move will be the tappies. We usually hydrate here, so it's up to you, but a couple sips of water doesn't hurt when you're breathing like we are. Focusing on the breath, very important after the pandemic. I hope you're all getting outside to walk. I hear it's just as beautiful on the other side of the country as it is here. Hope so. Yeah, it's just wonderful here. All right. Our next moves are the tappies. There's 4 of them, 1 basic and then 3 variations. Basic tappy. I hope you can feel the breath as it moves through the belly. And you exhale here, the abdominal muscles are pulling towards your Ming Men and back. So that's the feeling of the taffy. There's this connection down there. And what I mentioned about moving across the piano bench is that you sink down here, but your Ming Men is in, you pull in the tailbone. And that is like moving across like this, rather than like this. So make sure that you're pulled in there as you shift across on the piano stool, and then you pull in there. Yeah, and that keeps you low, but it keeps you safe because the knees are connected with the feet out in a V here. Your basic taffy is not affecting the health of your knees. The knees don't ever want to drop beyond about 4 inches so that they are right over at the most of your big toe and the toe next to it, but not farther beyond that. That's what the silver thread helps with. One more. And come back to rest. Sink it through the earth. And double ground it. Basic taffy has drawn to a graceful conclusion, and we move to our next and first variation, which is a forward back weight shift, followed by a weight shift to the side. So your left hand will be underneath the right elbow. The right hand will move down that hand. The heart protector move is fully engaged from Qigong in this move. Feel it come across the inside of that arm and down. Good, that's it. The foot that was anchored behind now is the forward foot. And then it will move to the side. And the underneath hand is called the invite hand in Qigong. So it invites you forward here with taffy. And then to the side. Couple more of these. And last one, forward with taffy. And to the side. Inhale, just sink it into the earth. Our next move is circles taffy. So you're going to have your feet in a V. You'll be dropping down with the circle coming here towards the body 3 times. Then you wind up towards your right. Bring your left hand under and shift over sideways through basic taffy. Sinking and rising. Circles taffy. Wind up and pull. Sink, rise a little bit, and sink. That gets in our inhale before we sink. Rise to inhale here. Sink for a moment, rise to inhale, and sink. Wind up and pull your taffy using your abdominal muscles. Inhale and sink. Inhale and begin. One time across here, and then we'll come back to the other side. Inhale to rise, to sink, inhale, and then to circle, which also has sinking and rising in it. Wind up and pull it towards the side. Bring in that leg and release. Double ground it. And our next move is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. And if we bring our thumbs here to the hip bones and shift over to this side, this leg will be bent. It'll be your yan leg. And now release the yin leg, the straighter leg. Release the heel first and then drop it. And then when you get here, shifting into this leg, release the heel and drop it. That's your heel step. Your feet are in a V to do this. Make sure that you lengthen through the spine. Okay, and we'll do that with our taffy. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. This can be done any number of times because it's forever motion, perpetual motion, which could be a good slogan for us. Health always involves mind, body, and spirit, and moving, even if it's just our fingers. 2 more. And back to rest. Inhaling, just sink it through the earth. Basic taffy and its 3 variations have come to a graceful conclusion. And we move now into working the pulley with your left hand, and your left heel will be forward. So shifting first right. This hand will be under the hip as you move forward, almost like you're swimming, but touching someone's shoulder on Zoom. Like you're giving them energy. Here's some energy. Here's some energy. I give it to you. It's a beautiful exchange on Zoom. And last one here on your left side. Bring that foot back in, ground it through the earth. Bring your right hand forward from the heart, your left heel out as you cross the body with this move. Working the pulley, right side. Watch the crown of the head here. I always find myself moving forward with the head. So yeah, we have to watch Zoom because it's a tendency to want to get close so you can see someone. Last one here. Working the pulley comes to a graceful conclusion. Double ground it. And sink the energy into the earth. One more grounding here. Let's take it way up to the head and bring it down. And then to the trees outside. Inhale up, looking in your imagination to the trees, this beautiful day. And then to the sun, a slight back bend of the upper spine. Greeting the sun. Slowly down. And now we move into light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Your feet are in a V, sinking and rising, dropping down. Bringing the palms up to the crown of the head. That's where your light is, your light of correct thought, speech and action are right here, sinking and rising, your special light. Let it go. I'm going to light this light of mine. It's like that, right? And then circle the palms. I'm going to let it shine. Inhale there. And sink and rise and let the light from the crown of the head go into the earth. Sink it down slowly in a big, beautiful circle around your body. And then bring your left hand close to the heart with the inhale. Sink it down through the central meridian. Bring it to the temples. Light at the temple. Sink and rise. Circle the energy. 6 to 9 times. Hold the energy, breathe it in, and sink and rise. Let it go into the earth and return to your heart through that big circle. Release it down through the central meridian. We're coming into joyous breath, so a little bit farther apart with the feet, but still in a V. Inhale and sink it down. Come up to the balls of the feet. On the inhale, sink it down 4 times, dropping on the third. Drop now. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet. Sink it down. Very masculine. It's a yawn move. So enjoy it. Inhale slowly up, beginning to release all that energy, slowly coming down like you're sleepwalking. Letting it go, returning to relaxation response. Let's do a double ground. And then we move into our next move, which is passing clouds, shifting this way with your right hand up and your left hand down and your left heel out, straight leg. Coming across the body as if you're lying on your back, looking at the clouds passing. Admiring them for their beauty. It's said to be about change. Change will always happen just like the passing clouds. And we remain courageous, resilient, and peaceful throughout those changes as we remain with the qualities of this beautiful meditation practice. T'ai Chi Chih. Last one of passing clouds. Bring the foot in. Inhale to exhale into the earth. And prepare for 6 healing sounds. Ho is the heart. We'll do this with our left hand and together. Spleen is going to be with both hands and the left foot. Hu. And liver will be from the right to the left. Tsu. Tsu. Then we come to the lungs, right hand, right foot. Sh. Triple heater. Chi. Shi, both hands, and chui is left to right, kidneys. Chui. Okay, together. Your left hand. Shh. Your right hand. Shh. Repeat. Last one, 5 chuis. Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites, both directions. Bringing your right heel to your left ankle bone, your left heel to your right ankle bone, and my right heel to my right ankle bone. Coming up towards the tree from yoga, bringing it down into a circle so that the left hand is close to the heart. The elbows are out, releasing the shoulders. Looking over the window of eternity, spreading the fingers, looking through it, bringing the palms out, left hand close to the heart. Interlacing the fingers, bringing them overhead in gratitude. Deep thanks to almost 5,000 years for the development of Qigong, 6 centuries for the forms of Tai Chi, and the work of Wen Shan Wang and Justin Stone, who put together, from his teacher's tutelage, T'ai Chi Chih, in gratitude for that beautiful practice which we did today, plus some Qigong. Have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for coming.